Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn lists in Python and how we can work with them. With that being said, let us dive in. A list is an ordered collection of items and it can also store different data types, which includes number, string, and even a dictionary. So I'm going to define my list here by simply saying my list is equals to this. What I have done here is that I have defined my list. This my list here is my variable name, and in Python we use a square bracket to denote a list. Let's take for instance I want to have a list of fruits. I can simply say fruits is equals to a list of this. So I can have apple, I can have banana, let's say I have orange, and let's say I have guava. What I have simply did here is that I have defined a list of fruits. Then I'm going to print it out by simply saying print fruit. So let me run my file. As we can see, we have the list of fruits here. So this is basically on how we can print out our list. So let us move on and discuss on how we can access each individual fruit we have here. Let's say I want to have the access to this apple here. Then I'm going to do that by using the index number. The index number starts from 0. I'm going to have a comment here. This apple takes the index of 0. Banana takes the index position of 1. Orange takes the index of 2. Then lastly, this one takes the index position of 3. So if I want to access the first element inside the list, I'm going to use the index position of 0. So let me do that now so we can actually see what we are doing. I can simply say print fruit at index position of 0. If I run my file, let's see what we are going to have. As we can see, we have apple here as our first item inside the list. I can as well access the second item we have inside the list by changing this one to 1. Let me run my file again. We can see we have banana here as our second item inside the list. So this is how we can access each individual item inside the list. Assuming I want to access the last element inside my list, then I can use the negative index by changing this one to -1. In Python, we can use a negative index to access item inside the list. So let me save up my file so we can see what our output is going to look like. Good. We have guava here as our last item we have inside the list by using a negative index. So this is basically on how we can access item inside the list. So let us move ahead by looking at how we can modify some item inside the list. I can have a comment here by saying modification of items inside the list. Let's say I want to change the value or the item here inside the list. I can simply say fruit at index of 0 is equals to pear. Then I'm going to print out my fruit. What I have done here is that I want to change the value of this apple here to pear. Then I am using the index position of, of 0. So that is basically what I am doing here. Then if I run my file, good. As you can see, I have modified the first item inside the list to pear. So this is basically on how we can modify the items we have inside the list, because list is a mutable type, meaning that we can change and modify various items we have stored inside them. So we need to take note of that. Let's take for instance, I want to change the last item. I can change the position here to -1. So meaning that I want to modify the last item here to be assigned to pear. That is what I have done here. So I can run my file again to see our output. Good. We have simply changed the last item here to pear. So we need to take note of that. Let us go and see. So let us see on how we can um, we can use some methods in Python. I can have a comment here that says methods in list. So how we can use some methods in list. We have the append method. Append method. We also have the pop method. Also we have the insert method. Then also we have remove method. I'm going to explain each individual method here. Append method is used to append any item to the last item inside the list. I'm going to show us with some example. This pop method is used to remove the last element we have inside the list. Insert method is used to insert a specific item at some location, while remove method is used to remove the first occurrence of item inside the list. Let's take for instance, I want to append some item inside the list of fruits that we have. I can simply say fruit dot append. Let me append mango again, so we can actually see fruit dot append mango. Then I'm going to print out my fruit. So let me run my file. I can comment this one. Let me comment this. Then let me comment this one as well. Let me comment it. So let's see what we are going to have. Good. As you can see, we have mango added to the list of fruits. So that is basically what append does. It is going to add an item with the end of the list. So we need to take note of that. So let us go ahead and see how we can use the pop method. We can simply say fruit dot pop. Then I can do it this way. Then I'm going to print out my fruit. So let me comment this one out. so we can see our output. So let me close my terminal here and run my file. As you can see, we have removed the last element, which is the guava, inside our list. So this is our original list, and I am using the pop method to remove the last item, which is the guava. Then we are only left with apple, then banana and orange inside the list. So that is what we have here as our output. So we have only apple, then we have banana and orange. So let's see on how we can use insert method. We can simply say fruit dot insert, then I'm going to pass in the position of where I want to insert the value. Let's say I want to insert at the index position of 1. Then I'm going to pass in my guava that I have removed initially. Then I'm going to print out my fruit. So let's see what we are going to have. Let me comment this one out. As you can see, we now have a guava here inside our list. So that is what we have inserted here inside the list. Then let us see on how we can use the remove method. The remove method is used to remove the first occurrence of item inside the list. So I can simply say fruit dot remove. Let's say I want to remove banana. I can simply pass it a banana. So that is the item we want to remove from the list. Then I'm going to print out my fruit. Let me comment this one as well. So we want to remove this banana from our list. So that is what I want to do. So let me run my Python file again. Good. As you can see, we don't have banana here inside our list because we have used the remove method to do that here. So that is basically on how we can use some method in list to perform some certain operation. If you enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.